Ghana's President John Dramani Mahama has renewed his call for Africans' permanent representation on the United Nations Security Council, describing continent's continued exclusion from the world's top decision-making body as a historical injustice that must be corrected. President Mahama made the remarks during bilateral talks with visiting German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier, who is in Ghana on a three-day state visit aimed at strengthening cooperation between the two nations. President Mahama reaffirmed Africa's unified stance as articulated in the African Union's Ezulwini Consensus and the Sirte Declaration, which demand at least 2 permanent seats with veto power and additional non-permanent seats for Africa on the Council. President Mahama commended Germany for its consistent support for UN reform and Africa's rightful place in global decision-making.
Regarding Africa's representation in global governance, Ghana continues its long-standing and legitimate demand for Africa's permanent seats on the United Nations Security Council. Africa, with 54 countries and over 1.4 billion people, remains the only inhabited continent in this world without a permanent representation on the world's most influential decision-making body. This historical injustice must be corrected. The African Union's Ezulwini Consensus and the Sirte Declaration clearly express Africa's stance. The continent demands at least 2 permanent seats with veto power, along with additional non-permanent seats. Germany has consistently supported UN Security Council reform and Africa's rightful place at the table. I wish to commend President Steinmeier and the German government for this principled stand, and Ghana calls on all nations to move beyond rhetoric and take action to make the Security Council more representative, democratic, and legitimate.